pie dough. We're going to take 2 sheets of regular wax paper. We find that is the best and easiest way to roll out pie crust. You will take a loaf like this, cut it in half, which I have. I've got 2 sections here. And I am going to take and do a light dusting of flour on the wax paper. I press it down to kind of get it started laying a little bit more flat, and I turn that just so that both sides are coated with flour. Lay your other wax paper on top. Okay, to get this from not moving, I am going to lay it on the edge, and I'm going to press my body up against it, and that'll hold it down. And then we're just going to start rolling out. And to keep it in a circle, I turn it a lot. And just keep moving that rolling pin. Do not take and roll your rolling pin off to the edge and make a very thin piece of dough. Trust me, you won't like it in the end when you're taking the wax paper off. It sticks. So I never really go, I do go to the end, but I don't roll it off like that. Okay, we're just taking the middle and keep moving him out. We will check for our size of pie tin. Grab one here. Okay, we're a little shy on some ends, so we'll roll that till we get about a 1/2 inch wider than our pie tin. Okay, this is part of the wonderful pie dough. That comes off that easy. And I take and lift this up, place the pie tin in front of me, and I'll lift that, grabbing with my thumbs so the pie dough doesn't come off the bottom piece of wax paper. I kind of adjust it so it's centered, and I roll it off. How easy is that? Now, you've always heard don't stretch your pie dough. I am going to lift and lay my finger down in, kind of pressing it in the crease of the pie tin, trying not to stretch. Now, we're going to do us a single pie crust. So now all I'm going to do is fold the edges under so that there's no raw edge. And we'll quickly get that done. And it doesn't matter, some places are longer, you get a little thicker edge. I am going to take right now and show you a little secret. If you do have an edge that didn't quite meet it, I'm going to make one there. You can take, and I call, for better lack of terms, we make a snake. And I roll it like that. And this is cheating. But you take and put him up and underneath, and that'll take and make it so it is just about all the same thickness. Now you're going to take your thumb and your finger, and you're just going to lay it and turn. As you're turning, you're pinching the dough. Now there's several ways to do this, with a fork or with your fingers, and that gives you your top, which is pretty nice. All right, we will take another secret I am going to show you is when you bake this off for a single crust, you've noticed if you have ever made a pie and you're making a single crust, your edges will shrink as it cooks. And it doesn't make for a pretty pie presentation. So I come up with this. Instead of making a bag with beans or rice in it, I don't like the outcome of that, so I come up with this, and I take tin foil, roll it so it makes a long flat, and you can see you don't have to be exacto on it because I never do. And then you are going to take a pair of scissors and you are going to cut every inch but not all the way. You're making a ribbon so that you can bend this and it'll go around your pie, the inside. We'll place this in just up underneath your pretty edge. And believe it or not, that'll hold your edge up. We have a little space there. I usually have another little section you can make to place that in, or you can leave it, but it will shrink down. Okay, before you place this in your oven, I want you to take and make a few holes in the bottom so that right there will take and let air go through. Make sure that they are down to the bottom of your pie tin so that the air can escape, and you'll put that in your oven at 400 or 425 depending upon how hot your oven cooks. For 8 to 10 minutes, I'd check it at 7 minutes. You want it to be, my opinion, barely starting to get golden. Then you'll place that in your oven and check it at 7 and usually pull it out at 8 minutes. Okay, all I have done here is made instant pudding, vanilla pudding. And right now I am folding in Cool Whip, or whipped topping, frozen whipped topping, and it makes your puddings, whether it be chocolate or like for your banana cream or coconut cream, it just makes it fluffy and gives it a little more sweetness and just makes it better. And then we will place this in our pre-baked shell, and you've got either a coconut cream or a banana cream with this.
We are now going to show you how to make either a banana cream or a coconut cream pie or just any cream pie. And so it's going to be just the single crust. And so just like Shelly showed you earlier how to make the single crust, and she put the tin foil around it and baked it off. So this is what it looks like when it's all baked. So we're just going to take our little edger off, and you don't need to throw these away. You don't have to make them every time. If you want to keep them, that's perfectly fine. And we keep them all the time, then you don't have to make them every time. So it's something to kind of keep on hand. But so now we've got our crust. It's all baked, and as you can see, it's just golden brown. You don't want to over bake it because then it tastes a little bit funny. But anyway, so it's golden brown. If I was going to do a coconut cream pie, I would just put coconut in my pie filling, which we made right here. But as for banana cream pie, which we're going to make today, and I like lots of bananas, so I use 2 to 3 bananas per pie. And the best thing to do for a banana cream pie, so that your bananas don't look scary and turn brown, some people put them on the top after you've already put your filling in. The best thing to do, and the biggest secret, is just cut them in the bottom of your pan, at the bottom of your pie. And just kind of cut. There's no secret, there's no, just bite-sized pieces. That's a lot of banana. Alright. Okay, so just kind of evenly thin the banana on the bottom. And then we've got our just vanilla pudding with our Cool Whip that we showed you how to do. And you're just going to basically just put it in on top of the bananas. I like mine heaping, lots of filling. And kind of just work it around so you get it into those edges of your pie. A little dollop on the top just to get it a little bit. Now you can't overfill them, so if you overfill them, they will, if you don't get them to sit up, they will overflow a little bit. But you're just going to do that. And then if you have some whipping cream, develop some whipping cream on the top. If you want, you do some decorative things on the sides and stuff like that. And there you have banana cream pie. Now, obviously, with our coconut cream pie, if you had another crust already made, all you're going to do is add just as much coconut as you would like. So a cup, whatever you like. I like lots of coconut, so I add a lot. But you're just going to add it to your leftover pudding, mix it together, and then put it in your pie. And then the way that we like to do it so that you can determine between a banana cream or a coconut cream pie is just sprinkle a little bit of coconut on the top, then you know the difference. All right?